So the Samsung S95B will likely launch later this spring. Now, we all saw HDTV Test reveal that the prices have been leaked, and basically it's over like $4,000 for a 77-inch, which is just ridiculous. But good on you if you've got the money for that. Now, more realistically, that immediately leaves us all with the ability to kind of work our way down from there, guessing that the 65-inch will be somewhere around $3,000 to $3,400. The 55 will likely end up being around the $3,000 price mark, which is why the Samsung S90C exists this year, because they're gonna probably go the route of Sony with the pricing on the 95 series. Don't know for sure, but I've got a strong feeling that's the case. Now, all that kind of boils down to one core question. Should we wait now, or should we buy and kind of call it a day? Now, in my opinion, there is only one right answer here, and that is that you should absolutely, unequivocally wait for what Samsung does this year, and here's why. The Samsung S95B got away with way too much. I don't care what your opinions are, we can kind of look at facts as facts. It came out hitting a certain level of brightness, measurements, accuracy points have changed over the course of time. That is unacceptable when your product is becoming a different one with your so-called updates that are supposed to enhance the product. So if your accuracy points are skewed, if all your data points are skewed for brightness levels, of course, brightness affects color volume. That's why everybody cares so much about it, because higher levels of brightness, as we know, unlocks more variety of color through color volume. So the fact that this is being rolled back and worked down makes us, again, have inferior products to what's going to come out later. Now, the reason I'm telling you, like, there is only one right answer here, and you have to basically wait, is because, well, when you think about it, why would you pay them for a nerfed product? You shouldn't, because it's just going to tell them that they can do it again. And there's nothing stopping them. They've gotten away with it effectively. Nobody's raised an eyebrow at them. Nobody has so much as given them a slap on the wrist. It's just kind of like, even if they did, it wouldn't really stick, because even Samsung's own CEO can literally break laws and literally be released because he represents like 20% of South Korea's GDP or something like that. That's insane power. And when you're going up against guys with that level of power, where like it's a god complex, to where like they literally cannot be touched even when they mess up, well, now that leaves us, the consumer, and the ultimate point of vulnerability. Now, if what I just said turns you off to buying a Samsung product, also good on you, because you should be a little skeptical with them pulling this kind of nonsense. I am not okay with it. And typically this is the point where I would say speak with your dollars. However, there is an important dialogue in this whole conversation that we need to address. Every single manufacturer pulls stunts with these updates. And I'm not just talking like one or two, like all of them. In my experience, I have had more or less bad experiences with updates where things get broken after they're done. Samsung, of course, took it to new heights this year with being the most egregious, but it is a common practice. I've even had it back in like 2017, where I've had Sony TVs brick and start flashing and motion gets bad, all the same stuff. So it's not an uncommon practice. I've been telling you guys for years, right? Bring it, right? I've been telling you for years, don't do this. Don't update your TV. Don't put yourself through this, because you've worked hard for your money. If that is a sentiment that you hold dear, and you think that the time that you've worked for to earn that money and the time of your life that you'll never get back with your loved ones matters, then don't do that to yourself. Don't update, because all updates are bad. Quantum told you. All right, so now let's kind of round the video out by talking about the takeaway for you as a viewer. The viewer right now watching should know you should not be buying the Samsung S95B, because it's not the same TV anymore. The firmware 1420 and onward is what ruined that TV for a lot of people, myself included. I bought a 65-inch, took it right back because it just was not the same. And I compared the two, and there's a nice little video on that if you guys want to watch it. Another part of the takeaway is essentially when they've got new products coming out that'll likely be better, and honestly, if I'm being very transparent, it's going to be very hard to buy a really bad TV in 2023 with all the specs from ULED from Hisense being $399 or $400, and you still get mini LED and all that stuff. And then you've got all the other competition that we're going to see this year. It's a well-rounded year. There are a lot of competitors, and it feels like we have a lot more options than we've ever had in this particular space. And with that, you absolutely shouldn't be buying a product where they literally looked at you and said, you know what, we're going to do this just because we're powerful. I don't think that's a good good message to start sending corporations like they can do that and get away with it. And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Subscribe for more content like this, smack a like on this video, and comment down below what you personally think about this entire situation. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.